Alright everyone, this video is going to be something a little new, because first off we have the face cam. So hello, it's me, this is what I look like. Crazy, I know. For this video, I'm not going to be showing my personal teams for anything. Instead, what we're going to go through is one video at a time. We're going to go through Sea of Decay, Garbage Jungle, and then Radioactive Desert, and also Mental Fortress. What we're going to do is go through and look for look through all three of these tabs and look for the most free-to-play-esque team. When I say free-to-play, basically I'm looking for any teams that don't have any LD. So the criteria for free-to-play in this case is no LD5s and no not LD5s, no NAT5s and no LD NAT4s. So for instance, like this team on the recent right here, I would actually, that's a bad example. Let's go to, most of them are going to be found in cost, right? So, who was the first one I was looking at? I was looking at these earlier. We're going to look through, like this team. This middle one right here. I would consider that mostly free to play. Yes, it does have Tree Gunslinger. I am fully aware that Tree Gunslinger is very not, like he's not free to play in the sense that like he's just insanely good for these, and I understand that, but he's going to get nerfed next patch. So the main thing is you can find a damage dealer and put them in his slot. And after the update, I think you should be able to do it just fine. So with that being said, that's the first team. And let's watch the replay. See the turn order and everything. And these are high luck teams typically, which means you can substitute luck for better stats if you're struggling. Let's see, you have your buffers go, then you have your tree bookworm to clear wave, then you have your damage dealer go through, take out the phase, and then look, you have 4 damage dealers here. Like you can substitute the gunslinger for someone else. Yes, he's insanely good for this, but trust me, you do not need him to make the team fully function. Let's see. With a common couple units you'll see for a lot of these dungeons is the fire clockwork, the dark sharpshooter, and the turtle tanks. Not specifically tree, but he is one of the more common ones. Everyone else pretty much gets substituted. Tree bookworm is really good for all the spreaders except the fire one. Like you see it in the water, you see it in the tree one, you see it in the light and dark as well. So if you have Tree Bookworm skilled up with decent gear, you are probably set for these, like this set of dungeons. And this is a pretty high damage. You do not need this much damage. I think you can get away with like only a couple million. But yeah. And you'll notice a lot with these teams as well, they don't look the safest, but I'm sure if you substituted some of their luck for better stats, it would make it a hell of a lot more consistent. So that's the water spreader out of the way. That looked pretty safe. Didn't even lose a unit. Got a little low on HP on some of them, but for the most part that seemed pretty fine. I'd say that went great. And the reason I'm not showing my own teams for this, by the way, if anyone is curious, I don't have good enough gear or all the units geared up. Like for this team, I have 4 of these units geared up at level 60, but I don't have the first 2 geared up at all. Well, I have Tree Turtle Tank at level 50, but he dies at level 50. That's the other thing. You will pretty much need level 60 everyone on your team for all of these dungeons. That's just how they are. They're a lot harder than the crazy dungeons. Okay, so next team, let's look through the spreader. I believe this one I found, it was not on score. Where was it? This one I might get a little bit of arguments for, but where is it? I think it's this one. So you might be like, oh, but it has water swork. You don't need water swork. There's no, he has it because it's a double AoE. That is it. Like he is built purely for damage. And you know who's a great AoE water character in this game? There's 2 of them actually. If you need one and you have Water Wisp Catcher, he will clear all the little ads on the side, like perfectly fine. If you don't have him, you can go to your, who should probably be your farmer, 6-star gyro, water gyro, double AoE. Like if you put enough stats on him, he will clear all the ads just fine. So let's watch this replay and just, you know, just kind of assume that this is the water gyro. There's nothing like inherently unique about water sorcerer that changes how this, in this specific case, that would make him any better than the water gyro. So let's watch once again. And by the way, if you see me look over here, this is where I have my OBS. That's why I have to turn my whole head this way to look. It's just really far over. But yeah, see, he literally is there just to clear those. You know, you have a let's see, you have 3 people who can be called to us, or can call people to assist. And I think, yeah, they both give crit up for these 2, and this one, what does this one do? Oh, okay, this one decreases cooldowns and then calls everyone to assist. But like, once again, see, you have Tree Turtle Tank, Fire Clockwork, and Dark Sharpshooter, once again. So, yeah, that's just very, you have a lot of reusable units between all of these dungeons, which is very nice, so you don't have to build up multiple teams of 6, full teams of 6 every time, because that just gets so ridiculous. You waste so much resources doing that. So try to find teams that can connect as much as possible, just or overlap, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Overlap. Like, look at that, he just hit 200,000 with that. I mean, you can do that with, I don't think you can hit for 200,000 with water gyro, but he's double AoEs as well, which is the most useful part of him. When does he start losing HP? I don't, wait, what? Oh, it's still in the damage phase. Okay, I didn't realize that. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this. If they can finish out the run. I believe this is one of the less safe runs. I think like 2 units in the front row die. I think it's the Fire Clockwork and the Turtle Tank. I think they die by the end of this. But it doesn't mean the run isn't consistent. Not necessarily, at least. Oh, I feel like I need to sneeze. That's annoying. Do they get through? No, I think they definitely do die on this run. Yeah, okay, they both die on... Oh wait, the Fire Clockwork didn't die? That's crazy. But I mean, look, they still get through fine. You got 4.5 million damage. Okay, it gets a little bit closer, but I mean, like I said, you don't put as much luck, you put more stats, more consistent. That's the key thing to take away from this. You're not always going to have 400 luck runs with your beginner gear or even mid-game gear. So now let's go to the water spreader, or the tree one. Let's see. Who was the free-to-play one on here? It was this bottom one. Like, you literally only 2 nat 4s, and then all the rest are nat 3s. But like, look again, you have overlap of 4 units here. Actually 5 if you did the fire one as well. Like, literally just 1 extra unit you have to build, and he's useful in like all of the mental fortress stages, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's just really insane buffer and healer. Like, let's watch this run too. Let's see. Yep, you have your AoE buffs, and then more AoE buffs, and then it just turns into clear everything and do as much damage as possible. And notice how Turtle Tank usually goes last in all of these comps, and that way it just ensures you can keep your cooldowns up as efficiently as possible. Yeah, typically it just goes buffers, damage dealers, Turtle Tank. And somewhere in your buffers you have like a healer or something. And that's what makes most of these runs consistent. And out of your damage dealers, your Dark Sharpshooter typically should go first because of the fact that it applies the defense down and mark, which is just like it's just for efficiency's sakes. It just allows you to get the most damage possible. Yeah, let's see how high damage this run can get. I mean, 2.1 million, and it's still in the damage phase. Like, kind of crazy, kind of crazy. God, this feels weird. I'm not used to using a camera. And it's really weird because I can't, I can't see how I look to the camera because every time I turn my head, obviously I'm looking over to the side then. So it's a little weird, Also, it's mirrored. Like if I look at it and I guess it's not mirrored, but it just looks like it is. I know that is, no, that is mirrored. Wait. Yeah, because if I point to, I don't know. That's too confusing, whether it's mirrored or not. Anyways, less distractions. I mean, the runs go the same. I don't know how to commentate about all of them, but it's the same stuff. Buffers, damage, cooldown, repeat. And if you don't have any of these units, like say you don't have the tree bookworm, there are, oh, actually, who is all AoE fire damage? Try to find AoE fire damage if you don't have the tree bookworm. Granted, you don't, I mean, obviously, if you don't have them, you don't have them, but actually, if you have the fire bookworm, I think that's even better for this. So it's also 2 AoEs. So yeah, 4 million damage, and that's with decent luck too. Like, can't argue with that. I don't think I can argue with that. Why am I so blue? I need to like not be blue. Was it? I think this was the team I was looking at for this one. Only Nat 4s being the tree bookworm once again, and the water ghost fire or ghost captain. But yeah, you have more overlap. You have both the sharpshooters. You have the only new unit in this one is the clockwork. He has a lot of crit damage though, but like, oh, this, wait, was that in the recent one that I was looking at then? That might not be the team I was looking at. Hold on. I think it is though. That looked like a pretty free to play friendly team. I mean, it's the same team as this one, so we'll just look at this one because I'm here. So yeah, let's see the order just to get it stuck in everyone's head. Buffer, and then damage. Oh, weird. So they have their turtle tank in front of 2 units. I don't know if that's just how it worked, because this is in the higher luck areas, so I wonder if that's just how it worked, it was faster. And it's the other thing that kind of shows how even if your turtle, like even if turn order isn't perfect, it should still, for the most part, run. Granted, you do need your buffers to go before your damage. That's kind of essential. If you don't have that, then chances are it's just not going to work. You're just missing out on a lot of damage early. But I mean, and I guess it's fine with the turtle tank because you have the turtle tank cooldowns and then water ghost captain cooldown reduction. So everyone just always has abilities up. And you can see how it works for this. You just have so much extra damage out of it. When you're at 3.7 million and you're not even breaking into the red just yet. 4 million, like, that's ridiculous. Once I get done through farming my my crazy dungeons, I'll have to build this team because I have all the units for this one. I even have half of them built up. See, how much damage are they gonna get? I think they're gonna get to 4.8 by the end of it. Oh, definitely not. Never mind. I overshot that, didn't I? Yeah, 4.5 million damage with a relatively free to play team. And if you can't get the dark clockwork here, I don't know exactly who you would replace him with, but it would just be another DPS unit. I'm sure the fire sharpshooter or just another dark damage dealer, I'm sure they would all fit in perfectly fine. And last but not least for this one, we have the dark spreader. So let's look through here for the other free to play team. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Can I avoid the... no, that has... Maybe it was in score. I know I saw a decent free-to-play team on here. Where was it? I wouldn't mind showing one with the water nurse, but I know the water nurse makes a big difference. I'm lucky enough. That was like my first Nat 5 on this account, so I'm pretty set. So I guess this is going to be one that shows... I think it's going to be one that has to show the tree gunslinger. Like, once again, like I said, doesn't mean you need him. You don't need him at all. It just makes it a lot easier. But you can definitely do these without him. Which one do I want to do, though? Probably this one down here. Because, yeah, these are all reused units, so... Perfect. Great way to end it. Literally all reused units except Tree Gunslinger, you can replace them. I guarantee it, you could get through this by replacing them still. You just might need to buff up the stats on everyone for sure. Yep, and same old. Buff, damage, like buffers into damage, into cooldown, and to repeat till the guy topples over. Seems pretty good. I mean, I'm glad that the tree bookworm is really good at clearing the AoE on all but the fire stage. It's just nice having repeatable units for all these. I can't reiterate that as much. What am I saying? I can't reiterate that enough. The fact that you can reuse a lot of these units for everything is just so helpful, especially for these early game accounts. Like, I only started playing like 2 weeks ago, but I have most of these units built up. I just don't have the gear yet. Alright, how much damage we thinking of this? I'm thinking it's going to be a 4 million run. You're right at 4 million at best. Maybe. I guess it depends how long it takes for them to get out of this phase. Ooh, okay, it's going to go above 4 million. It's going to be like 4.4 or 4.3. Maybe higher? No, there's no way. Well, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm just trying to think. Oh, come on. I'm really hoping it's just a 4.3, 4.4. I was wrong. Damn. 4.1. Still great. More than enough you need for triple S. And that one has some decent luck too. So yeah. Well, that's it for Sea of Decay. So if you like the content, then feel free to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment as well. And yeah, we'll get some more of these pumped out. I'm going to try working on these next two. And the reason I'm doing this is because I know a lot of people haven't really covered these extra ones. It's just a lot of content creators have been covering these, the water ones, because everyone has their tree teams from Boxing Club. But even if I can't personally show you a team for these, I still think it's a good idea to just have a video where people can look at it and be like, yes, I like that team, and go for it. So yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful day. Peace.